No. If I did that, we wouldn't have started yet. Good evening, friends. Good evening and welcome this fine Thursday evening to Littleport Village Hall as we join together to bring upliftment, especially to my trousers and the ankles, the bottoms arguing with me ankles and all that. Upliftment, laughter, love and joy as we unite together to prove that life is eternal, to unite under a banner of hope and of friendship, and to witness that wonderful thing that we are all one. And of course, each week, every time we come together, we have a different face up the front here to give us that demonstration of mediumship. We've got a familiar face today, a very dear friend of this church and a wonderful exponent of this way of life. So please give a heartfelt welcome to your medium this evening, Russ Askew. Please, of course, do send your loving thoughts to him all throughout the evening. It's the polite thing to do, really, isn't it? And so, friends, we start as we always do by saying hello, Lou, and by opening this service in prayer. As we say, Great Spirit, Father, Mother, God, we thank you for the opportunity to come together as friends, to unite under your banner of love, of hope, and of friendship, to open up a world of possibility, of uniqueness, of joy and compassion. That is the world of spirit. That its light may shine upon us, that the truth may bless us with its presence, and that we can demonstrate to the world that there is a greater way of living than difference and separation. Because as we come to this place and join together within this place, we make the statement as ever that everything we do is in love, truth, and in light. Amen. Well, I'm looking around at Barry's ankles to see if he's got the shopping bag, but he hasn't, which means I'm on my own as far as the times. You haven't been, I'll do it, going to say otherwise, I'm on my own as far as the times are concerned, because we have got a few notices. First and foremost, of course, hello to everyone who's watching online. I haven't forgotten you. But to let you know that the workshop is on Sunday. It's £15. It includes lunch, and it starts at 10:30 and runs through till 3:30. Woo! I got it right. Of course, the week after is the drum healing circle, and that's from 11 till 1. Oh my word! I got it right. I shouldn't think about it then in future. Just say whatever I feel, and it comes out. So the workshop this week is here in this hall. I did say 11. Healing. Oh, it's 10 till 1. So I was wrong. And none of you looked at me like I was wrong, because you're so used to me getting it wrong, eh? There you go. So the healing is 10 till 1, and the workshop is 10:30 till 3:30. There you go. This is why I was looking for my big signs, Barry. But of course, if you are interested in coming to the workshop, lunch will be provided. I will make sure it's something warm this time, because I've got a funny feeling we'll need a bit of warming up. Please let Mum know down at the back there, Linda, for everyone else, I call her Mum. And she'll put your name on the list if you're interested in attending. And it should be a good laugh, good upliftment. And we might even learn something, which is great. And our medium next week is... Oh! To be announced when we can both remember. Yes! Yes, it is. We've got Shelley Yule next week. Wonderful. Shelley's been away for a while on our meetings because she's been doing other things. So it'll be lovely to welcome back Shelley Yule next week. But of course, back to this week with the lovely Russ Askew. This is the time, of course, when I say a few words. And if you think that you're going to get off lightly this week after last week, I ain't got a clue. I know roughly what I'm going to say, but I never know exactly what I'm going to say because that's up to Spirit. And that's the point, you see. A little bit of trust goes a long way. Oh, hello. A little bit of trust goes a long way in making sure that things are going to be all right. Life can be difficult and worrying and troubling sometimes, but I always say that, demonstration time. Faith and reason are like the shoes on your feet. And yes, I know I've got a hole in my sock. Faith and reason. Oh, thank you. Faith and reason are like the shoes on your feet. You can travel a lot further with both than you can just one. Because with reason, we have understanding. With faith, we are sustained when reason says not a chance, mate. And that leads us to a really interesting concept and question. The oldest question in the universe. And no, it's not Doctor Who. The oldest question in the universe has been debated, discussed, conversed about to oblivion with no real resolution. In actual fact, one famous writer described the answer to that old question as 42. The question, of course, is the meaning of life itself. Because it is the linchpin, it is the Rosetta Stone that puts all different concepts into their place. Reincarnation, communication with the spirit world. All these questions are answered when you can answer the question, why am I here? What is my purpose? And we debate it over and over and over again throughout all of time and space. But here's the thing. We humans are really, really good at ignoring the obvious. We dismiss it. Oh, if the answer's that obvious, somebody else will already have tried it. But if we all talk like that and think like that, guess what? Nobody's bothered trying. The simple, honest truth to that question is to be there for each other, to live in each moment. The past tempts us. The future scares us. And the present is lost in the chaos and anarchy in between. So much of religious philosophy and spiritual thinking is focused on the balance between light and dark, the yin and the yang. Anyone who's studied certain older traditions that are resident in this country from before Christianity would know that there is no balance between light and dark, because there's also the grey. Light, dark, and grey. And so perhaps we should think less about balancing opposites, but balancing a triumvirate of very important concepts. 3, after all, is the magic number, and 3 is the strongest shape in geometry. Past, present, future, in balance. We spend so much time thinking about the past that we neglect the present. We spend so much time thinking about and plotting the future that we neglect the present. Guess what? Today is the present. This is the moment we are in. Tomorrow, when we get there, that will be the present too. We cannot sacrifice the present for the sake of the past and the future. Yes, we should have an eye to the future. Be hopeful. Think about what might come. We certainly should never ignore the past and the lessons that it provides, but not to the extent where we sacrifice the now. Because as linear beings traveling through time, guess what? All we will ever have is now, is the moment. The meaning of life is to live every single moment to the fullest, with joy, with support, and with compassion for each other. That's the meaning of life. And it renders anything else obsolete if it doesn't matter. And if it does matter, it lifts it up and bolsters it, rises it up to a place where it's shown true appreciation. So live in the moment. Show yourself and each other the appreciation it deserves. Because I tell you, my friends, in a world where opinion has become an absolute commodity for the sake and sacrifices of everyone else's opinion, if we do not live in the moment, we are stuffed. It's that simple. Live in the moment, live in the now, and enjoy every minute for what you can. And then you will know that life has been lived to its fullest. Because I tell you, my friends, when we get up there, if we haven't, we will be in trouble. So live each moment, not like it's the last, but like it's golden, and it's worth its weight in gold. God bless you all, and thank you for listening. And so now, friends, I'm going to put it over there this week. I'm going to be very careful. I'm going to put my glass right there. I'm not going to knock it over, I promise. Now, my friends, is the time in our evening where we come together with healing. We send out our healing thoughts for a few moments. But before that, of course, whatever. But before that, we're going to have a reading to get ourselves ready for that contemplation. And so this week, because I've heard some things, I'm going to ask, of course, Eunice to step forward and give us this week's reading from whence it came. And we'll see if anyone recognises anything there. Oh, you're even ready for where? There you go. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there endeth the first lesson, and now you've got the second one, but it's a lot shorter, this one. Well, here we are, this Thursday night. To get a reading, well, we might. Love and light is all around. A bit of fun is often found. For this is life we hold so dear. When someone passes, we shed a tear. We are blessed that we can gain a glimpse of them without the pain. So smile and live, enjoy and learn, for one day it will be our turn to reach that light and do our bit for those who are still living it.
I think we finally found our mojo doll on synchronicity. Don't you think? And I wonder who had a hand in that. Certainly by the meter and rhyme, there's definitely a bit of Alan in that. So thank you. Well done, babe. And now, my friends, we come to the part of the evening where we do send out our healing thoughts to all those who are sick and suffering. But we are not just going to stop there, of course, because we also offer hands-on, close contact, whatever you want to call it, healing within the hall for those present too. And so when you are appointed to do so, please put your hand up and keep it up until there's someone stood behind you. And anyone who wishes to provide healing, wait for some instructions, because that young man over there is about to give them all to you. So please welcome to the front to lead us in healing, Mr. T, the Tony himself.
Thank you. Right. Okay. As ever, if you would like some healing, please put your hand in the air. Don't be shy. Healers, if you can find a hand, there's two at the back. You gone there? Okay, I'll go up there. Nick, can you go here?
Yes, I can.
Thank you very much. But before you start, as ever, just a few words. It is for us that follow this way of life and enjoy doing so, one of the main things we have to do is use our powers of healing. And here we are going to do it tonight. So, Great Spirit, if you are listening, and I know you will be, please send your power through our healers to those who need it, and do it now. So, healers, please commence. Thank you, healers. If you can just bring yourselves back. And as I say every week, and it's the most important thing I say every evening, thank you to those who asked. We know it's the most difficult thing to do.
Thank you to Tony and all of our healers, and including Russ, thank you for stepping forward and providing healing too. It is actually what Tony says every week is something that I might have mentioned on Monday to someone. So yes, it really is the most important question to ask is help. And I'm grateful that everybody does. Well, friends, the moment is upon us. You know what? Everyone takes the mick out of me doing my philosophy for a long amount of time. But there are a few faces around here that will remember a time when my philosophy would still be going right now. Yeah, terrible, isn't it? So now is the time in our evening when I'm going to hand over to Russ for the rest of the evening until around about 9 o'clock. The floor is going to be his to, within reason, of course, do whatever he wants. I'm sure he'll do some mediumship, that's for certain. But please do send your loving thoughts to him throughout the evening. Please answer in a clear voice, yes, no, or don't know, because let's face it, we're all nosy and want to know what's going on. And that way we can know that there is proof too if we don't get a message. And of course, I have to say, should the curtains start twitching, they tie fishing wire to the curtain sometimes, you know, Russ. Should the curtains start twitching or the lights start flickering, no, we're all right, then I'll be the first one out the door because that won't happen. But of course, should we need to evacuate for other reasons, our exits are, quite rightly, Barry, here, here, and here. Next week, you're doing it because you did it better than me. So, have a wonderful evening. And please give a proper Littleport welcome to our good friend, Russ Askew.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. Wonderful for you all to come out tonight on this terrible evening. It's so hard to tear yourself out from a lovely warm home, isn't it? You look out the window and you think, oh no. But here you are. Thank you. Can I ask if there's anybody here who's never been before? I thought you said there was.
They're new to us.
All right, okay. Oh, so everybody's been to a demonstration like this before, yeah? Yeah, everybody, okay, fine. I always say to everybody I work with before I start, there's only one reason why this works, and one reason why you're here and I'm here, and that's love. It just all works with love. So I always ask you to just send loving thoughts from your heart to anybody who you want to communicate with, and that love will draw us together, hopefully. And if I come to you, if you just say yes or no, or I don't understand. Yeah? Everybody happy with that? Thank you. And try not to tell me anything. Thank you. Right. So can I come to this, can I come to yourself? While I was healing you, a lady came around you and she said, telling me you had a weight of loneliness. Is that right? Pardon? Was it the lady who passed? Is your mum in the spirit world? Your mum's not in the spirit world. Okay, I'll tell you what she showed me. A lovely lady came around you, yeah? And all I could see was a horse's eye. Do you have any connection with horses? Oh, you have a connection with horses, do you? Okay, just bear with me then, because I might do with you. Your mum in the spirit world, and there was this connection with horses. No, it was like a memory link that she showed me, and it was a close-up of a horse's head. Sorry, my dear, I was almost sure it was you. Somebody's jumping on the bandwagon. And it was just a close-up of this horse's eye, but it was beautiful. It was as if to say, this made me really, really happy. And it was just this lovely, lovely memory. And then there was memory of ice cream. Do you understand a memory with ice cream? Pardon? That's all right, that's fine. As long as that connection's there. She was just reeling through all these different connections. So would it be you who had some loneliness? No, because I'm happy on my own. You're happy on your own, but you are on your own. Okay, I think that's what she was trying to tell me then. Yeah, because she was just saying there was, nobody there, like you were on your own. So she's saying, like, sometimes you would sit on the settee and open your mail and say, there's nobody to say, what do you think of this? No, but she's just showing me that you were on your own. Yeah. before she passed, she's saying there was a lot of, how can I explain it? You and yourself around your mum, yeah, felt that she was suffering.
My mum suffered. She did suffer.
Right, okay.
Yeah, she did suffer.
And she's saying,
But I think what you're trying to say because I looked after my mum for 10 years.
oh, try not to tell me too much, darling.
No,
Okay, okay, that's the loneliness that she's bringing about. Yeah, but she just kept saying there was this loneliness around you. That's fine, we've got there in the end, yeah. But she's saying towards the end, you know, when she was suffering, she says she wasn't suffering as much as what people thought she was. Yeah, especially from yourself, your point of view. She said, I was surrounded by blue love. And I wanted to say, I'm fine. I'm fine. But she says, you were suffering more than mum.
Yes, I was.
Yeah. And she said she couldn't communicate that to you. She tried in all different ways, even in her sleep. They tried to get through to you to say, I'm okay, I'm fine. She was in between the two worlds and just at peace. Yeah, with her mum, she's saying. Yeah. And that connection of horses came again.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Not with my mum.
With mum.
But with mum, yeah, I can understand it with my mum.
There's that connection of horses all the way through with your mum in the background.
Not with mum, but with me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
But that's probably the connection then. That connection with the horses, yeah. But she's saying, let that go, that guilt, because she wasn't suffering as much as you were.
Yeah.
She said, I was fine. And I'm fine now.
Yeah, well,
Just the same as everybody that goes back to the spirit world, you know, I'm perfect, I'm okay. Yeah? And she said she's so pleased with what you're doing. Yeah? You understand the spiritual side of things. Yeah, she's so pleased. I'm not sure, do you know, she didn't understand this?
Oh, yes, she did.
But there's somebody.
No, because she used to see her guide standing next to her when she was in bed.
So who is it in the family, another female that wouldn't understand this?
No idea.
Right, okay.
Could have been one of her sisters.
Well, not your sister.
Well, my sister, as far as I know, is still here.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about being in the spiritual world. I'm talking about accepting this, understanding this. She's saying there's a gap there.
Oh, very much.
With what you do.
Yes, yes.
And your sister.
Yeah.
She's showing me this gap and saying, you know, but she said it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't.
You know, she's on her path and she'll learn what she needs to learn. So don't ever worry about, because you have tried, but thought, oh, I can't be bothered with it anymore.
No, I don't worry.
Yeah, and she's saying that's fine. That's absolutely fine. So never let that bother you. She's on her path, you're on your path, and she'll learn what she has to learn. And if she doesn't see the spiritual side, that's fine. A lot of people don't. A lot of people do, but don't want to. She's saying, but what Mum's saying to you is, well done. Yeah? And I'm going to leave the love of Mum with you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you. Sorry about that, my dear. I got ambushed. I was sure I was you, because she came to me while I was giving you healing. Yeah? Okay. Does anybody understand, has anybody just passed the driving test? Somebody just passed the driving test, or understand a gentleman in the spirit world who used to teach driving, a driving instructor. Nobody understands somebody who was a driving instructor? That's all I can see, a car with L plates. Right, okay, that's fine. I can't take it away because he actually came to me on the way here. And all I could see, I couldn't understand whether he was trying to say somebody's just passed the test or learning, or I'm a driving instructor, yeah? But all I could see was a car with L plates on. And he said, whatever you do, he said, they'll all look at you gone out, yeah? But he said, I'm here now, you know, tell them. Yeah, so he's come through for you tonight on a memory link, on a friendship link, yeah? And he says, thank you. Do you understand that, for that friendship?
Yeah.
It's as if he's trying to tell me that he didn't communicate with, although he was a driving instructor, he didn't communicate with people out of that. Yeah? So he said that was just this shield that I put up. When I was doing my job, like Wurzel Gummidge put a different head on. And he did his driving instructor bit, but out of that, he found it difficult to socialise. But we do, you know, if we meet people with different energies, then that energy's got to meet, hasn't it? It's got to match. And he said, you were there. He said, you understood him.
Yeah.
So he said, thank you very much for that friendship. And he just tried to help you, to work with you, to heal you. Yeah? It's as if, I don't know if it was your legs. Why is he pointing to your legs?
I've got torn ligament in there.
Oh, because he's talking about healing your legs, helping you with your legs. Yeah? And he's been coming back and helping with that. So he just wanted to come back tonight just to let you know that. Yeah? Is your Freddie connected to yourself or this guy? Freddie in the spirit world? Is he connected to this guy? Would he? Right, okay. Somebody just shouted Freddie from behind him, yeah? They sometimes just push in and shout things. So Freddie, understand, a great uncle. I'm useless at families and relations. I always get them all mixed up. But that friendship again from the uncle, that love is just coming through. Yeah. And this guy, you know, your friend, the driving instructor, is he keeps looking at your hair and is sort of, you know, looking like this as if to say, oh, I'm not sure about that hair. It's just pulling your leg because he wants you to see you smile. He likes to see you smile. Yeah. Is there another gentleman in the spirit world closer to you? Because there's somebody just saying shift out the way, I want to talk. But he seems really close to you, like a father figure. Yeah. Let me just explain to you how I'm feeling at the moment. It's like somebody, a father figure, somebody who you would have looked at, or somebody who would have fathered you. Like it wasn't your father, but he was like a stepfather or somebody who just fathered you. Somebody you looked at. You understand that? And he said, that's this gentleman. His driving instructor stepped out of the way, and this gentleman just stepped in. And he's just surrounding you in purple. Yeah? And love. There's so much love and emotion coming through me for yourself from this gentleman. And he said he's just so pleased the way you are with life now, because he knows you haven't had it easy, have you? He's saying you've had it so difficult in so many different ways. And sometimes the support in the material world hasn't been there. Yeah? It's as if you've been on your own sort of thing. So he said he stepped in as well to try and give you upliftment, a bit of healing, push you in the right direction. Yeah? But you understand when he's around you? You know when he's around you, because he's saying she knows when I'm around. She can feel it. Yeah? And he just comes with a lot of love for you and just says, you know, just keep going the way you are. there's lots of support in the spirit world for you. You know, I don't know if you heal yourself, do you? Right, okay, because they're talking about giving you back spiritual gifts for healing. You know, the greatest gift, greatest thing we can do while we're down here is service to somebody else. They always say in the spirit world, the coin of spirit is service. In other words, when we help another human being, we get those spiritual gifts back. Not bottles of wine or boxes of chocolate, unfortunately. They're so subtle, we don't even realise we have these gifts given us. But they're assuring me now that all these gifts are coming back to you to help you, to give you support in whatever way they can. Yeah? And I'm going to leave the love with you. Of this lovely driving instructor, I don't think I've brought a driving instructor through before. And this lovely gentleman who you look at as a father. I say thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you. You know, I know this is strange, but I'm going to have to come to you, my friend, if I can. And this is ever so strange. It's as if you understand somebody in the spirit world connected to you with shirts.
Yeah.
And you would, I don't know whether it's him who would want to wear your shirt or you would want to wear his, or both. You understand? And these shirts were quite crikey. You know, as I'm talking to you now, I'm absolutely full of love and emotion for you. It's absolutely buzzing through me. He's saying these shirts were quite flamboyant. They could be, yeah? And he comes through with such love and kindness. And just say, when you're looking at photographs of the past, because you have photographs, there was actually 3 of you. Yeah. Many times there was 3 of you together, yeah. Not just the 2 of you. And many times while you're looking at those, in fact, every time you're looking at those photographs with fondness, he tries to come around you and make you aware, which I'm sure you are aware, but he just comes with such love and emotion. And he says he loves the way you're still laughing through life. You know, these unkindnesses that we get in life when we lose loved ones and friends and relations, we have to carry that with us. And sometimes some people let it bear down on them in a way that they're not living the life. We all grieve in different ways, but he said the way you live your life, carrying those memories and those hurts, he said they're all so pleased with you in the spirit world. The way you act here tonight, he said it's brilliant, he loves it. And around here, you know, when this service is going on, he said you wouldn't believe how many spirit people are in this church connected to people that come to this church regular. He also talks about, now this is, I just say this because I've just got used to saying what Spirit told me to say. You have a memory he wants to make you laugh, a memory of rice pudding. Yes. Yeah? And he just wants to pass that on just to make you smile again. And he said, always remember the rice pudding. There's also a memory of, all I can see is like a Jeep and dust, as if I'm in another country with a lot of dust from the Jeep. Yes. And he's bringing that memory through as well. And it's like there was a time when there was all 3 of you, and was there a dare about a tattoo? There was this dare about the tattoo, and he said, that was brilliant. He said, that was brilliant. Always remember that. That was a very, very special time. Yeah? And the hats. Yes. Something about the hats he wants to bring that through as well. And he just wants to bring all these, although you have these lovely memories, yeah? And he says it's just great that I can come and do it in front of all these people and prove to everybody that the more you love somebody, the more they're with us when they go, the closer they are. When we were talking earlier in the night, when I first started, about the connection with love, the stronger that connection with love, I mean, the love that I just felt there is incredible. Again, he's saying, I'm perfect. I'm perfect. Yeah. Do you understand Bob?
Yes, that was one.
That was, it's not in the spirit world though, but he's just saying Bob. I think he's just saying memories to Bob, hello to Bob. And he just wants to leave all this love with you and say thank you. I'll say thank you for working with me. Thank you.
In actual fact, I was showing people pictures of him yesterday instead of.
Oh wow.
I was watching.
Oh wow. Oh crikey. That's love's coming through me again. It's wonderful how you get a spirit and there's so much love you can actually feel that love coming through. It's incredible. Thank you for working with me with that. Right, okay, so this guy here, this is strange. Do you know, I'm gonna, okay, is this your daughters? Pardon? Granddaughters, okay. Well, I'm not sure if I'm just coming here because it fits the message, but all I can see is somebody in the brownies or guides getting a badge. And it's, pardon? Well, I said I'd come here because it fit the message, but I wasn't sure. But it's a lady in the spirit world, yeah? And she just keeps showing me somebody getting a badge in the brownies. So that fits with yourself, does it? So are you a pardon? So it's you that was in the brownies of the guides. So this lady, yeah, it's like somebody who would run the guides, I understand, or connected with the guides, because she showed me the girl in the brownies and the guides getting these badges. Do you understand? Pardon? Do you understand this lady?
I think I've got close.
It's almost as if she mollycoddled you, mothered you.
Yeah, I think I do.
She's not a slim lady, yeah? She's not a slim lady, but she had this big connection with what you were doing. I don't think she's a relation because I don't feel the connection of a relation. But she said, tell her about these badges, yeah? So it was you when you were young? Okay, sorry about that, girls. That was my brain thinking it must be you too.
It meant a lot actually going to brownies and clients.
Well, this lady, it's as if she had a big connection with you, yeah? Like a motherly love for you, to look after you, to guide you. But you understand the lady and where she's coming from, yeah? If when you were a lot younger and you were at these meetings, if there was somebody you needed to talk to or go to, this would be the lady. This is what she's saying, yeah? Pardon? And she just comes back on a friendship link tonight. Just come back and say, I'm around, you know, I still see what's going on. Even though I've gone and you've grown up, that link's still there. And she still works around you. Do you understand a link with spirit? Do you connect with spirit? Do you understand this lady being around you?
I get different people around me at different times.
Okay, because apparently, you know, this lady's come tonight to let you know, I'm here, this is me. Yeah, we're still connected. It's as if all the way through the guides, you know, the brownies, the guides, all the way through your life, she's still been there, working with you. So do you work together? No. I was just going to say, if you were with other people, you know, maybe somebody who can see guides or help you in a circle, yeah, they could maybe. Oh, well, that's what I was. Well, you couldn't get any more help than that, could you? I'm just saying, maybe you can help her understand. There's sometimes we don't see them, you know, we all have many guides and we don't always see a guide. I don't, but we get like a calling card. So you might see a badge from the brownies or the guides, meaning this lady's around. You know, you may not always see her. So if you just work together, but she's just come tonight on this friendship link, just to let you know, she's around you, working with you, yeah? And she just comes back with all this love for you and kindness, yeah?
Snowy owl, I think.
Snowy owl. Okay, I'll leave Snowy Owl with you then. Thank you very much for working with me. Thank you. Right, I've got somebody's daddy here, big fella. Whose dad was big? It was you, wasn't it? But your dad, the big fella, similar to yourself. And if right, okay, he's pushing me forward. He said, go on, tell him. I'm going to do. This is what it was like, yeah? But if I said to you, what does he mean? He said, if he said to you now, how, no, right, bear with me a minute. If your dad said he loved you, yeah, and came forward and gave you a hug, he said, you'd believe it now, but he takes a step back and he said, that wasn't what I was like when I was down here. And it took you a long time to understand that change. Yeah, because he's been through before, other mediums have told you similar things, yeah. And he said he just wants to come back tonight and for everybody else's benefit, because when we give messages, you know, it's the benefit of the message spread. So he's saying, when we go back to the spirit world, and I often say to people, I've got your mum here, and she's full of love for you. That can't be my mum. My mum didn't love me. We never got on. But what we don't understand is, what we've got to remember is, when we go back to the spirit world, the slate's white clean, and they're not the person they were down here. You know, it just wasn't the person who expressed it. Yeah. But he just wants to explain to you, and for everybody else's benefit, we change, we learn, and then we look at life, and there's not a thing we can do about going back and changing it with hindsight. Hindsight's a wonderful thing, and we all think, there's not one person in this room that hasn't thought, oh, why did I say that? Why did I do that? I wish I'd done this, I wish I'd done that. But that's how we learn. But he's just saying, I am who I am now. And it comes with a lot of love. Now he's saying also that you was poorly for a while. You was poorly for quite a while. And that's how he tried to make amends, so to speak. Yeah, to pay back what he didn't do when he was learning. Because basically that's all he was doing. He was walking his path and he was learning. And that's what we do. But now Dad is just full of love and admiration for you. Yeah. And he says, keep coming, keep coming. You have a memory of a balloon, a big balloon? A basket, blue, you know, one of them balloons with a basket. Why am I seeing a large balloon? I can actually hear the wicker basket creaking. Have I moved on? Does somebody have a memory of a, you do? Oh, just bear with me a moment then, I'll come to you. I'm in a wicker basket and I don't like heights. No, well, you wouldn't me. That's why I want to get rid of this message quick. I'm going to leave the love of your dad with you and say thank you. Thank you. I don't know who this is, but my goodness, the love that I'm feeling, the connect must be somebody really, really close to you. And I'm always honest, I don't always know who it is straight away, and I don't always know whether it's male, female. All I can feel is somebody in a basket, a wicker basket with a balloon. Can hear it creak, but the love that's coming through to you is incredible. So this must be a memory link for you, yeah? It was you in the basket, but nobody else was with you. Somebody who's this, could it be this spirit who's with me now? No. Okay, well, whoever this spirit is, and I say I'm honest, I don't know who it is. All I can feel is incredible energy of spirit and this love coming to you. So I know it's a really close link family-wise, yeah? It's mum, sister, or, you know, really close, first, really, really close. And they're just bringing this lovely memory through this, when you were happy, when, was it when everybody was down here? Is that what she's, is it, it's a lady in the spirit world, yeah? But this is, I'm sure this is female, stood behind me, and she was down here. She's saying I was down here. Yeah, she's saying she was down here when you had this balloon trip. And it's just, I just want to smile. I just want to smile. And it's as if at that time, both of you wouldn't even have an inkling that you were going to be parted. Does that make sense? Yeah, because there was so much happiness, life was good. And it's as if, you know, and then all of a sudden in the future, this happened and here I am. Yeah. And, you know, I'm going to be honest, I know I've spoke to your daughter before in the spirit world. And like I say, I really don't know if this is your daughter, because for some reason she stood right behind me. Right. And I remember a long time ago, she came to talk to you. I actually saw her, but why she stood so far behind me? Is that a memory for you, a memory link? Excuse me. Is that some sort of connection to this memory link? Sorry?
He's got a little bit of Egypt. So
Barry.
and the basket we're doing the basket house in Egypt.
Oh, okay.
So my daughter was around.
I'm just wondering why she stood so far behind me tonight. No, I don't. But I am feeling all this beautiful love for you. Yeah, and she's just come tonight just with this. Is it getting towards the birthday? Oh, sorry? Okay. She's just saying it's coming up shortly. And I wasn't sure whether she meant that or her birthday. Your birthday? That's okay, that's fine. That's what she was saying. It's coming up shortly. I'm sure she's talking about your birthday. Because it'll be your birthday, because she's that close to you, you don't have to think about anniversaries or anything because of the closeness, because of the love that keeps you together. I don't know why she stood so far back tonight. I'll have to leave that part with you for you to figure out. She didn't like men. Oh well, excuse me. That's fair enough. No, that is absolutely fair enough. That's fine. I just couldn't figure it out, and she wouldn't say. It was just she just went quiet when I asked. But she just come with this lovely link of this lovely memory link. Obviously, just enhancing that link because she's with you anyway. But I think it's possibly because with your birthday coming up, just saying, you know, I'm here, Mum, and I'll leave that lovely memory with you. Say thank you for working with me.
Yeah, it talks to me because she says that I'm silent.
Well, I just couldn't figure out why she was so far behind. Right, okay, let me just think what they're trying to tell me now. It was, sorry? Okay. So I've got a gentleman here, and this is, it was an elderly gentleman, good age when he passed. I'm almost sure he's like a standard bearer, you know, with the flag in the British Legion or something. Or somebody, a gentleman who carried a flag. It's like the, is it the front of of a band, like the British Legion band? Does anybody understand?
My mother does. Yeah.
Yeah.
The front of a band.
This gentleman is like a standard bearer or the leader of the band. Pardon? Can you hear me okay now? So he was the leader of the band, was he? What was it? A British Legion band?
They met behind the British Legion.
Pardon?
The band meeting is behind the Littleport British Legion Club.
All right, that's because he keeps saying the British Legion. Yeah? But when he was at the front of this band, oh my crikey, he was the proudest man in Britain. It was a good age as well for doing that. He looked like it, well, when I say he was a good age, I'm saying this. No, I'm not. Spirit is, sorry. I meant to say I'm not saying this. Spirit is saying he was well weathered. He looked like he'd lived a good life. You know, a busy life, a full life. And that's how he was. Yeah, he never liked to, he would never dream of, you'd never call him a couch potato. Yeah, he would always be doing something. And it just keeps marching in front of me, and that's what he wants to pass on to you. Yeah. Now, again, I don't know who Roy is. I just know there's this lovely, lovely, warm connection. Yeah. And I'm not sure whether his family or what. Yeah. But I just know there's this lovely, warm connection. As if you might, even if he wasn't family, he was like family. Does that make sense? He would have been accepted into the family. It was that close and easy to get on with. And he wants to say to you, you know, just keep marching like I did. Just keep marching. Never give up. And he watches you and he says how proud he is of you because, you know, life's not always kind to all of us. We have to carry this weight sometimes of grief or upset, and it's difficult. And then we can't march as fast, and we let illnesses get to us. And he says, get rid of it and keep marching. He said, understand, they're all up here. There's loads of people in the spirit world, isn't there, for you? There's all behind him. There's loads, and he said it's like a band marching with me. He said they're all here and they're all here as well. They're all close here. Yeah. So he said, just keep marching, just keep doing what you do and throw that weight off. He knows you understand that anyway. He said, really, this is like telling her how to suck eggs. Yeah. But again, you know, Spirit come through to say these things for your benefit and for everybody's benefit. So we can learn, so we can understand, so we can believe, trust, and have faith and see how beautiful it is that these people are so close to us and look after us so well. Yeah? And is it talking about Reggie?
Yeah.
You understand Reggie is saying Reggie's back there as well, and you understand the postman connected to you in the spirit world. Yeah? There's a postman there with a grin like a Cheshire cat. A postman with a grin like a Cheshire cat, and he's just saying, you know, he's just laughing. He said, it's what's he saying? Life's so simple here. Oh, how cushy we've got it now. Yeah? But there's a lot of love, a lot of memories of laughter, of a piano. Memories of a piano and laughter, and he's bringing all that back. Actually, he's showing me you with a, you know, them balloon, them things you blow at parties.
Yeah.
You got a memory of that near this round this place? Oh right, okay. Well, he's showing me the actual one of them things that you blow. But all these lovely memories coming back, yeah. And he said, just keep battling on, keep that flag flying, keep leading on like I used to do, and all will be well. All will be well. All will be well. That's his message to you. And I'll leave it with his love and say thank you for listening. Thank you. Right, okay. Just bear with me a moment. So we had what was the other one? You know, is there somebody in here who's just spent the first Christmas without the mum? Or has mum passed? It's as if they're saying somebody just had the first Christmas without a mum, or is it a grandma? Does anybody understand that? This Christmas that's just gone, it would have been the first time celebrated Christmas without somebody. She's saying, who, right, this is too broad, this. She's talking about The Crown. You know that program, The Crown? Who watched The Crown? Is your mum passed or your grandma? Pardon? She's saying she sat and watched The Crown with you. Does that make sense? Have you just had 12 years ago? I'm sure she's saying this was the first Christmas.
Yeah,
Right.
and my daughters watched the Crown, and they were very close to them.
Right, okay. Sorry, my love. It had to be the first Christmas. So, oh, crikey again, I can't speak. The love that's coming through for you, she was more like a mother to you than your mother. Oh, am I in trouble? Hey, this is Spirit speaking, whoever. That's just an expression how she's making you feel about this lady. So this was the first Christmas that she'd passed. Yeah. And she's talking about sitting and watching The Crown.
Yeah, the girls, my children watch.
Right. Okay. And that's what she's talking about. She actually came to me this afternoon because I was sat there thinking, should I have a cup of tea? And this lady said, put The Crown on. I thought, what's going on here? And she came to me this afternoon and said, tell them I've just gone and I used to sit and watch The Crown.
She tried to make me watch it, but I didn't.
She just comes with a lot of love for you, and to let you know, I'm absolutely fine. Yeah? What was wrong with the right hand side of the body? A right leg. It was all over, but there was something really wrong with the right leg towards the end. But, okay. But she's saying I'm perfect now. I'm absolutely fine. Yeah, so don't worry. And I'm happy. I'm with Lily. Do you understand Lily or Lillian in the spirit world? Well, this lady's just she's saying, yeah, I'm with Lillian. In fact, there's all there, people there for her, yeah. And I'm absolutely fine. I'm happy. So she wants you to be happy. Yeah. Obviously, there's still a lot of sadness, and it's like a millstone round your neck, isn't it? The grief's still there, she knows. That's why she's come to try and say, I'm okay. I'm okay. She said, understand, which you do, otherwise you wouldn't be here, but she just wants to impress on you. I'm in the spirit world and it's easy. It's beautiful. You know, if you can think of love down here and then amplify it 1,000,000 times, she said, that's what it's like. I'm fine. She said, you and the girls have still got to walk through the mud of the material world. And it's difficult. Yeah? And nobody can tell you how to grieve. We all grieve in our own way. Nobody can tell you how long to grieve. You've got to do it yourself. But she just wants to say, you've still got to live your life. And the girls, you know, she wants you to live your life. Just by knowing I'm perfect, I'm okay, she hopes that will just help lift a little bit of weight of grief off you. Yeah? To help you walk through that mud a little bit easier. Because it's not easy for any of us. And she knows it'll never go away. It never does go away completely. But it just becomes easier to live with. Thinking of those memories. You've got guilt though about her as well, haven't you? Why do you feel guilty?
Because she was too far away for us to visit.
Oh, bless. Bless. She's saying, let that go. She's saying, let that guilt go. She said, where I passed and where you were, that is exactly where we were meant to be. How things happen, you know. It's like when we look after somebody, when we're nursing somebody, and then when they've passed, what do? Oh, I should have done this. I wish I'd done that. Why didn't I do that? Or if you weren't there, you're not meant to be there. You know, sometimes when people are passing, at the point of passing, if we're too close to them, you've heard many people say, my mum, I sat with my mum for a fortnight. I nipped out for a bottle of milk and she passed. That is because, oh God, that love's coming through for you again. That is because our love keeps them there, keeps them here, and the need to go. When the time's run to go, it's time to go. But if we're too close to them, that connection of love keeps them on down here. So that's why you weren't meant to be there. That's why when people nip out for a bottle of milk, people pass the need to go. So she's saying, let that guilt go. Remember all the lovely memories every time you watch The Crown again, even though you don't like it. Well, the girls then. But she said, just think of all the lovely memories and know I'm okay. And I'll leave you with the love. So thank you for working with me. Okay. I think I'm dried up actually.
Ladies and gentlemen, Russ Askew.
Thank you.
Load off your sling backs because boy, have I got a story to tell you. The evidence.
Yep.
No. I've got to tell you, the young man that came through to me was a very good friend of mine called Stuart, and I can't share some of the details of the jokes that he was telling you. For instance, the joke about the tattoo is not for a church or a public forum, especially with such delicate ears present. But let's put it this way, the tattoo was definitely a wow moment. The gentleman that came to Mum, bandmaster, if anyone grew up in this area and learned to play a brass instrument, they would know the name Brian Halls, because he was Mum's cousin. He was also my godfather, and he taught me to play the trumpet. And well, the thing is, he used to use the party thing to teach you how to blow into the I can't even remember what it's called now. Mouthpiece, that's it. Yeah. He used to use that for once you got the tone and the consistency right on that, you were then allowed to move to the mouthpiece. When you got the tone and consistency right on that, you were then allowed to move to the actual trumpet and put it in. And he was we didn't know this at the time, did we, Mum? But he was globally traveled as a musician, and he played for within the Berlin Philharmonic Orchestra and all over the world, and we didn't know any of this. He was just the local music teacher and my godfather, and there was so much more to him. And I kid you not, the band meeting room is behind the British Legion at Littleport, and they always used to start marching from in front of the British Legion. That's why they had it there. So absolutely excellent. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Russ Askew. And when, I will just say, you know, in my defense, when you ask me, have you got anybody new here? My understanding of the question can be a little bit skewed to recently new or new tonight, especially when I can't even tell the time. So forgive me for misunderstanding that one. However, I've got to say, we have not got Shelley Yule next week because she's the week after. What do you mean who we got then? You're the medium secretary. The one that replaced a certain young lady that wasn't able to make it. Thank you. Next week, we've got Stephen Rayner, who is not just our medium next week, but at one point he was a very frequent flyer in this church as well. So it'll be like him coming home. So we look forward to having Stephen as our medium next week, serving here as medium for the first time, but obviously quite a few of us know him, especially if you've ever come here and been gonged, because he's very good with a gong. So so we've got Stephen next week, and then it's Shelley Yule the week after. But thank you again, Russell, for a wonderful demonstration. And the evidence was astounding, and you got Stuart to a T, I've got to say. Not many people get emotion out of me, but he does. So thank you.
All the thanks.
They do. Well, friends, let us join together and close this evening in prayer. As we say, Great Spirit, Father, Mother, God, we thank you for the opportunity to come together as friends, to unite under a banner of love and of friendship, and to have had the veil lifted, that our loved ones might step forward and show us that there is indeed life eternal. Let us take with us that message as we go out into the world tonight, that there is a life after life, and that we are all one. And as we do leave this place, Great Spirit, I ask for a blessing to be placed on each person here present and the friends and families that they represent, that your love might spread like wildfire out the world to bring peace, unity, and compassion to the fore. Until we meet again, in your name, amen. Well, my friends, thank you all for being a part of tonight. Thank you to Tony and the Healers. Sounds like a band that you two might have been involved with at some point in past. Tony and the Healers, put your hands out. Tony and the Healers, put your hands on. Okay, enough of that. Forgot where I was for a minute there. Never mind. So yes, thank you to Tony and the Healers. Thank you to Eunice, and let's face it, thank you to Eunice and Alan for the reading. And thank you to Russ and your guides and helpers for all of the work tonight and all of those that were part of that process. It is greatly appreciated. We are going to say goodnight to everyone online. Hello. Oh, hello. It is a bit of a family. Helen, your Uncle Brian, or your cousin Brian's just been on. Helen, who is in, cousin Helen's on, says hello. We're glad to hear that you're all right, by the way. And she's in California. So if you think the weather's bad round here, no. So there we go. We're going to say goodnight to all of them now, including Stephen Rayner, who's actually watching as well. So at least you know. I'm glad you could have told me, Stephen, because I'm terrible. We're going to say goodnight to them. Then we're going to have the raffle. Then we're going to have tea, coffee, and there is shortbread chocolate chip cookies in the kitchen. There is cake in the kitchen. There is biscuits, tea, coffee, and all manner of things in the kitchen. So do help yourselves and dig in. But for now, to everyone at home, from everyone here, 1, 2, 3, good night. And God bless you all. And we'll see you next week.